What's good, Aquarius? Let's get into your tarot reading for today. If this is your first time on the channel, be sure to scroll down below, click the like button. Also, subscribe to the channel, turn your bell notifications on so you're notified of when I post on this channel. Okay. Page of Pentacles. Let's see. Take what resonates, okay, Aquarius? 'Cause I'm going to be saying a lot of random messages. That's what I feel here. You have, some of y'all are going back to school, reteaching yourself something. I'm hearing the fundamentals is vital to your success. Something about the fundamentals is going to resurge some type of confidence you have in a industry that you're performing in. Something that you do with your hands. Okay. Doctors, nurses, teachers, manual labor, students, crafters. Seems like you do more with your hands. That's what I'm picking on, being drawn to the hands in this one. It's interesting, Aquarius, because in the last reading that I got for you, you had the Nine of Wands energy show out in your cards. And here we are, revisiting a familiar experience is what I'm seeing here. You've been here before. Something has slowed down before. You know what's required of you to get where you're going because you've had to do this before. Like, you've had to restart something. You had to reteach yourself. Shout out to all my self-taught millionaires. If you lost any type of momentum or there was some type of stagnation or things slowed down for you, it slowed down so you can get better at something. That's what I'm seeing in your cards. For those of you that were waiting for communication, deposits, you having something tangibly in your hand, buying a car, a job. I think it may have something to do with recession. And then we got the Eight of Cups. Feels like you're over something. Like you're completely over it. But you got to come back to it, even though you're over it. There's still something to learn from this level. Something about you getting a lot of fast viral success taught you one aspect of the game, but now you have to go back to the beginning and get whatever you didn't catch along the way. You know what I'm getting? Okay, with Judgment at the bottom of the deck, discernment. Okay, discernment, good judgment call, knowing what to give your attention to, knowing what not to give your attention to, how to make sure you don't emotionally deplete yourself. Okay, mastery of your triggers, self-control, right thought. So there's something about the 5 agreements and what that looks like in real life and how that applies in your everyday reality. So they're pretty much saying, like, you got a lot of success very quickly in a certain area of your life. For some of y'all, it was money. For others of you, it was a job, a really good job. And then for the vast majority, it's going to be something to do with social media. Like, this was your baby. Like, you tended to this. You taught yourself everything you needed to know. You got where you are today based off of your consistency, hard work, and dedication. That superseded any type of emotional connections that you may have had to. You weren't really required to make a lot of emotional connections because you got it so quickly. So when you get success really fast, people don't expect you to acknowledge them because you know, you got where you were going really fast. Over time, if you're saying like, oh, you could do it too, and you're putting people up on game and you're telling them that they're capable, they switch from supporting you and they turn into the very people that want to see you taken down. Because how did you go viral out of nowhere? How did you get this momentum? And when they realize that they're actually limited because they don't love what they do, or they're at a job where they're not happy, and or they refuse to change, then the only objective really that they want to do next is pretty much come for your success. So along the way of success, you didn't quite learn how to emotionally detach. And it's crazy because I feel like as an air sign, you naturally emotionally detach. But I feel like as far as giving the attention to certain areas that can either slow down your momentum or speed it up, you didn't have to deal with the negativity because you were emotionally detached, right? From the outcome. But the more you became invested in the purpose behind your success, the more other people became jealous that you're different than them. And so they go from thinking that you're a nobody to realizing that you're that one. You're the one that they said could do it. So in this season of your life, you feel like you're learning this lesson in the Eight of Wands. This downtime that you're dealing with, this is where you're going to create new belief systems. Those belief systems are going to determine how you respond to every situation moving forward. On one end, you got to do what you got to do, right? We win some, we lose some. But on the other end, some way, somehow, you became emotionally invested in the outcome. And it's because you were getting that positive reinforcement on a regular 888. This is a big lesson that you're learning. So things that you felt like you had to walk away from, you feel like now you have to come back towards it and learn the lesson. And you don't really like that feeling because it may require you to talk to people you don't want to talk to, be around certain situations you don't want to be around. But in order to experience this other side of success, you also have to know what it's like to fall down and rise again. You also have to teach other people how you got back up again. How you gonna teach people how to get back up again if you ain't ever fall, you know? So 7 of Wands in reverse is saying you're being guided back to something that you had to put down for a while, or you're gonna be guided back to something you had to put down for a while. And the people that didn't agree with you, didn't want to learn from you, was turned off by you, they're gonna be back. And whatever grudge they were holding against you, they're gonna be letting it go. And that lesson will be complete. So a part of a lesson that you were going through yourself, you were also being challenged to teach that lesson to other people by being in control of your emotions and knowing when to leave and when to return, like the seasons. But more importantly, You're teaching people how to love detached, Aquarius. How to support one another without expecting shit in return, or without feeling possessive, like you're mine and only mine and I don't want to share you with no one else. That's not real love. And so if you were to stick around, you would be pretty much teaching people, especially on social media, that's how you prefer to be treated. And so I do feel like naysayers are trying to make a hypocrite out of you. Like, oh, you tell everybody to walk away if you're not happy, but look at you. You're not happy, but you're sticking around. And so on some level, you had to leave. Like, I'll drop you like a bad habit. It ain't nothing. And I think that's what you did, Ten of Wands. And then they're going to get off their damn high horse. But this is like how you like it now. That's what some people were trying to do to you, Aquarius. That's what I see for you, Aquarius. Only take what resonates. And I'll see you in your next reading. Bye.